Untitled Chapter.
Hi, welcome to today's Verbling class about soda and sugary drinks. We're going to be talking about how the beverages that we drink affect our health and about what society is doing about these sodas and sugary beverages. So this is a very modern topic, and I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions and also hearing about how these products are consumed in your respective countries, because I'm obviously familiar with how much soda Americans drink and how much soda French people drink, but I don't know a lot about soda consumption in other countries and what you guys feel about it in terms of your health. So today's class will be some learning about current issues and also just some class discussion. So hopefully you'll all get a chance to practice speaking English. So I brought a couple of news articles today, and so we'll be using those articles to discuss this issue. So that way we can also hopefully go over some vocabulary as well. So it looks like we have pretty much a full class now, so we can get started. As most of you know, I like to meet all of you before we begin class, so I'd like to do some introductions first. So if you could introduce yourself and tell me your name, what country you're in, and tell me how often you drink soda. That's what I'd like to know from all of you before we begin. How often do you drink soda? Maybe it's once a week, maybe it's every day, maybe it's never. So I'd like to just know your name, your country, and how often you drink soda. So my name is Libby. I am a teacher for Verbling. I'm American, but I live in France now. And I never drink soda. I never buy soda, I guess, at the store. Sometimes I'll drink soda if I'm at a party with friends and they have the soda at the party, but mostly I don't buy soda and I don't order it at restaurants. I drink tea instead. Here I have my afternoon tea. So, all right. So let's see. First, I'd like to hear from Ahmad. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you, Libby? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. There's some background noise, but I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. I'm Imad. I'm from Syria. I didn't drink a lot of. I don't drink a lot of soda. Maybe when I usually buy a fast food, I get the offer to get some soda, but I usually don't buy soda. But I really addicted to Nescafe and cafe. So maybe I found something in the place.
I see. Cool. I understand. Yeah, you know, I never really drink coffee that much. I always drink tea instead. But last summer I had a big exam to study for, and that summer I drank more coffee than the rest of my life combined. Because when you're just sitting there studying for the whole day and you don't speak to anyone, you know, you always like fall asleep. So I drank a lot of coffee that summer. All right, cool.
I got that a bad habit when I studied in the university, and in the final year it was very hard. I drink a lot of coffee every morning and every evening, and I kind of lost my sense to it.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
I may drink a very big cup without being affected by it.
Yeah, it's almost like your body got used to the coffee, and then it didn't really do anything for you anymore. Yeah, I understand. That definitely happens too. All right, let's move on to Hazem. Are you here?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Hi everyone. My name is Hazem. I am living in Cairo. About soda, really, I I I never drink it because when I drink it, it caused a damage for my stomach. I don't know why. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and my favorite drink is tea. I used to drink tea most of the time, exactly when I try to study my task or uh, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, a lot of people have stomach problems because of soda because it's acidic and it's
Yeah,
also carbonated, so it can mess up your stomach lining and stuff like that. Um, yeah. I had a friend who she drank so much Diet Coke. She drank Diet Coke like 6 times a day, and she actually had to get medical treatment because she got stomach ulcers. Stomach ulcers, I think, are when you kind of get like big, like sores on the inside of your stomach from the acid.
yeah,
And so she
yeah.
actually got stomach ulcers. It's spelled Ulcers, ulcers. And she had to. So now she does not drink Diet Coke anymore because she had some problems. Okay, cool. Let's go on to Igor. Hi, Igor.
Yes, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And I'm Igor. I'm from Republic of Moldova, and I never drink soda. I used to drink soda when I was younger, 10 years ago maybe. But now I drink water, the most water, um, tea, and juice, and it's all.
Cool. What kind of juice do you drink?
All kind.
All kinds.
Apple, bananas, all. I like all kind of juice.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks. Next is Jaren.
Hi, Libby, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Jiren and I'm from China. And I never drink soda because I think it's useless and unhealthy. But as I think soda is popular in China, especially in the young generation people.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm very interested to talk with you guys more later about soda consumption in your countries, because I think it'll be interesting to hear about how much soda people drink in different places. So for now, let's move on to Mohammed.
Yes. Hi, teacher. Hi, everybody. My name is Muhammad from Yemen. I like soda, but I don't drink soda in limit time. But when I eat heavy meal, I'm drinking soda. But but the favorite choice to me is mango favorite. Is mango choice.
Oh, nice. Cool. Thanks. And next is Muad.
Hi, can
Hi,
you
how are
hear me?
you? Yes, I can hear you.
My name is Muad. I'm from Morocco. Uh, here in Morocco we drink soda like water.
Okay.
It's
So do you drink soda every day?
no for now I can drink soda. It's uh, it's not good for head.
Good. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And we'll be talking more about why that is in a little bit, about why soda is bad for us. But good decision on your part. Good call. um, I'm curious as to what part of Morocco do you live in?
It's El Jadida, near of Casablanca.
Okay, cool. I'm visiting Morocco in a month or two, and I'm very excited. I've never been there before, so.
It's a beautiful country.
Yeah. My father used to work in Northern Africa. He worked in Algeria, but he traveled to Morocco, and he said it was really a beautiful place. So I'm going to see for myself soon, and I'm happy.
You are welcome.
Thank you. And last we have Servet.
Yes. Hello, Libby. Hello, everybody. I'm Servet. I'm from Turkey, and I don't drink soda. Maybe very rare. Maybe if I, sometime maybe one times in 6 months, maybe one time. Just like this, very rare. But my mother drinks because sometimes, you know, Turkish foods are not very light foods. Sometimes when they eat a little bit heavy food, they need to drink soda. And my father's uncle drinks a lot of soda, especially when he comes here, our homes, because he is alone. He can't cook. When he comes our homes, our relatives' homes, he likes the food and he eats a lot. Because he eats a lot, he he says bring soda and drink soda and says bring again food.
I see. Yeah, one of my friends, her boyfriend is from Turkey, and she's American, and she traveled with him to go see his family in Turkey. And I asked her how her trip was, and she said it was wonderful. It's a beautiful place, and we ate so much food every day. She said every meal the table was just covered with, like 15 different kinds of food, and that was just what they did every morning for breakfast, was just to have a huge, beautiful spread of food. And she sent me a picture, and I was very impressed by that. So
Yeah, especially in Turkish culture, breakfast, usually you eat breakfast not like cereal. We don't eat like cereal at breakfast. You eat different type of things, some more natural things. So they prepare lots of, especially if you have guests. Usually the table is very crowded.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, cool. I really miss American breakfast. It's not as big as breakfast in Turkey, but we have eggs and for when we have a big breakfast. Sometimes we just eat cereal or yogurt, but on the weekends it's eggs and pancakes and bacon and toast and a big meal. And anyway, in France they don't really have that, but there's one restaurant in Paris, and the name of the restaurant is Breakfast in America. And if you go there, you can get good American breakfast. So sometimes when I miss the U.S., that's the place I go to. But I have not found a Turkish breakfast place yet. I'll have to keep looking, see what I can find.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you all. We will get into the class discussion now. Although, actually, let's see. We have a couple of new students that just joined. Fatima, are you here? Fatima, do you have a microphone that's working?
Libby,
Yes.
the
Yes,
sound is
Mohammed?
the sound is repeated from you.
Okay. Is anyone else hearing an echo? Is anyone else hearing a repeated sound?
No.
No.
So sometimes, Mohammed, make sure to close the Verbling window and only have the Google Hangouts window open. That might help you. And otherwise, make sure are you using headphones?
Yes, I'm using.
Okay, yeah. Make sure the Verbling window is closed. Only have the Google Hangouts. And if you still hear an echo, try leaving the Hangout and coming back and see if that works. Because I don't hear one, so I'm not sure why. Sorry, you're getting that. I know that's annoying, but hopefully you can figure that out. Yeah, I guess you could try quitting and coming back in. All right, so let's get started with the class content for today. So we're talking about soda and sugary drinks. And this is a modern topic because soda, didn't exist, I don't know, centuries ago. Soda is a modern phenomenon. It's something that we invented recently. And so we've had to sort of learn how to deal with soda and the presence of soda in society. So why is soda not good for our health in general?
Because it contains carbon dioxide.
Okay, it's carbonated. It contains carbon dioxide. That's one thing about soda.
Sugar.
In fact, carbon dioxide doesn't really do anything too bad for our health. But yeah, sugar is the problem, really.
But I heard the carbon dioxide decreases the blood's oxygen and the capability of carrying oxygen of blood.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But basically, in soda, you have a really small amount of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide is a huge problem. For instance, if you are in a small space and you're breathing and there's not enough oxygen, humans breathe out carbon dioxide. And so if we have too much carbon dioxide and we have to breathe in carbon dioxide, it upsets our blood's ability to deliver oxygen to our body. If you guys are interested, I can teach a class on that. It's very sciencey, and basically the carbon dioxide and the oxygen in your blood are also connected to the acidity of your blood. And this system is actually a really cool thing in science, but we won't get into that for today. For today, we'll just say the amount of carbon dioxide in soda doesn't really hurt us, but what really does hurt us is the sugar. And okay, but that's okay. We can eat sugar sometimes, so why is sugar in soda such a problem?
What? You mean soda with fruit? Because soda without fruit, I think doesn't contain maybe sugar at all, or maybe a little.
All right, good question. In fact, maybe we should just start with this diagram so that we can look at sugar and soda. I found this really cool diagram. I'm posting the link to it so you guys can open it.
Sorry, Libby.
Yes.
Yes, because Google product is blocked in China. So could you paste the link in Google Chat, not only in Verbal Chat?
No problem. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
So there's the link in the Google Chat. Yeah. So have you set up a VPN, Jaren, to use Verbaling? Have you set up a separate computer?
I'm using a tool of Google's product to help me to using Google product, not VPN.
I see. Okay, interesting. It's always interesting for me to see how Chinese students are able to use Verbaling, but good job. I'm glad that you can be here. Yes, Mohammed.
Please excuse me, I have to go to pray.
Okay, well, we hope to see you back soon. Thank you for being here.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That it shows us how much, this diagram shows us how much sugar is in a lot of common beverages. So this article talks about this diagram, but I just want to directly open up the diagram. If you go to the bottom of the page, there's a part of the page that lets you download it. So I would recommend that you download the diagram yourself. So if you look on the page, there's a section here at the bottom where it says download color PDF. If you click that, you can download the document, and then we're going to talk about this document together because I think it's a good demonstration of how much sugar is in some common sugary drink. This PDF as well, and once I have it open, we can get started with talking about it. Okay. it is. And perfect. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Awesome. So here's, all right, I'm going to screen share the actual diagram with you first. Let's see. All right, so here's the diagram that you will download a website. It's called How Sweet Is It? And it shows calories and teaspoons of sugar in 12 ounces of any given beverage. So how many calories and how many teaspoons of sugar are in 12 ounces of each beverage. So looking at this diagram, which beverage that they studied has the most sugar in it? Which beverage has the most sugar?
I think the green.
Cranberry juice cocktail. And it's interesting because actually cranberry juice does not exist in France, I've noticed. It exists in the United States, but they don't have it in France. Do you guys have cranberry juice in your countries?
No.
So it's kind of fruit juice or kind of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think
So it's natural.
cranberry juice cocktail, the way that it exists in the United States, I don't think it really exists in many other countries. We have a lot of cranberries in the U.S., so we use them to make, I guess, juice and stuff. And so cranberry juice, again, yeah, maybe not a very common kind of juice, but for some reason, cranberry juice has more sugar and more calories than other kinds of juice. What kind of beverage has the second most sugar and calories?
Orange soda.
Good, orange soda. So I think orange soda is pretty popular. I know people in the U.S. drink a lot of orange soda. And then the next one down is orange juice. And then what's the next one after that?
Cola.
Cola. So that includes our good friend Coca-Cola, which is one of the most commonly sold products in the world. I would guess that pretty much all of you have Coca-Cola in your countries. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Coca-Cola is everywhere in the world. It's one of the most commonly sold products. And actually, the Coca-Cola logo is one of the most commonly recognized logos. You know that thing with the when it says Coca-Cola with the sort of twirly C's like that? A huge percentage of people worldwide recognize the Coca-Cola symbol. There's another commercial symbol that's widely recognized worldwide. It has to do with fast food. Does anyone else know what the other commonly recognized? Yeah. The McDonald's golden arches are recognized by more people than the Christian cross. So way more people can identify the McDonald's golden arches than can identify the cross. And I think in one study, 88% of people in a lot of different, they studied a lot of different countries, and 88% of people recognize the McDonald's logo. And only 54% of people recognize the cross. So it's amazing what marketing can do. And Coca-Cola has had one of the best marketing departments of any company in history. They've marketed their product to a lot of countries, and that's why we see Coca-Cola everywhere. Very, very common product. So let's look back at this diagram. How many calories are in 12 ounces of cola?
150.
Good. There are 150 calories in a 12-ounce glass of Coca-Cola, or a 12-ounce can. 12 ounces, for the reference, is the amount, I think it's usually the amount that's in a can. So if you drink a can of soda, it's going to have 150 calories and 10 teaspoons of sugar.
Wow, that's really a lot, 10 teaspoons. I didn't know that much sugar
so
they have.
It's amazing because Coca-Cola doesn't taste that sweet when you drink it. So you wouldn't think that it has way more sugar than anything else. And it literally means, when we say teaspoons, it literally means a spoon, a little spoon that you eat with. you put 10 of those into 1 can of Coca-Cola. I think that's insane. I can't believe it's that much.
Yeah,
But
that's a lot.
I think they say there's a root. They say the cola it's made of that root. You can buy that root in Turkey, and it's when you drink its water, like its juice, it's a
Yeah,
little bit okay, not sweet. It's opposite of sweet. So when you
it's a little bit bitter. Would you say? Is it
yes,
bitter?
a little bitter. That's why maybe we don't notice the sugar that much, because it's bitter, and that's why they need to put that much sugar into the beverage.
And yeah, you're exactly right. That's exactly why there's so much sugar in Coke. It's because they need to counteract the bitterness of the root they use to make it. Another example of that is tonic water. I don't know if any of you drink tonic water or like gin and tonic as a cocktail, but tonic water doesn't taste sweet at all. It tastes like soda water. It just tastes like water that's carbonated. But in fact, it has, I think, like similar, like 150 calories and a lot of sugar in 1 can of it. And it's because they use something called, I think it's pronounced quinine, to flavor tonic water. And quinine is very bitter. And so in order to make it okay to drink, they have to add a lot of sugar to counteract the bitterness of quinine. So that's why some of these beverages, even though they don't taste sweet, can have a lot of sugar in them. A lot of sugar. Okay, let's look at some alternatives to these sugary sodas. When we look back at this diagram, we can see that that orange soda and cola have a pretty disgusting amount of sugar in them. It's a lot of sugar. And then this yellow part here is the food industry target. That's what the American food industry wants to be the standard for drinks. So the U.S. government basically has said, okay, we think that it's okay to have 50 calories and 3 teaspoons of sugar in beverages. That's okay. That's an okay amount. But as you can see, most of this diagram is way above that limit, way above the 3 teaspoon limit. And so our government programs are trying to get people to drink, less sugar, but look at all these products that are being sold that have way more sugar than we're supposed to be drinking. So we have access to a lot of products that are not very good for us. But what about these ones over here in green, these little green teaspoons? What are some alternatives to soda that this diagram shows us? What are some of these green choices?
The first one, I don't know the first one, but the second one is coffee. The third one is sugar-free, water, tea.
Yeah.
Good. So it says here that your best bet is something that's sugar-free naturally. And best bet is a good English vocabulary word, because if we say something is your best bet, it means it's your best choice. It's the best choice you can make. And so this diagram says your best bet is to drink something that naturally has no sugar in it. So water, tea, etc. And the next choice here is coffee with a sugar packet. A sugar packet is one of those little paper things with sugar in it that's about this big. So if you put a sugar packet into your coffee, that gives you 15 calories and 1 teaspoon of sugar. So that's not too bad. And then the other alternative is seltzer with a splash of juice. So seltzer is just carbonated water or soda water. Seltzer is the same thing as soda water, basically just water with bubbles in it. Fizzy water. Sometimes when something is carbonated, we call it fizzy. So seltzer is fizzy water. And that does not have any calories in it naturally. And so sometimes if we want to sweeten it, we can add a splash of juice, just a little bit of juice, maybe orange juice or cranberry juice to sweeten it. What I really like to do is to sweeten it with fruit. So I squeeze some lime or some lemon into my seltzer water. Sometimes you could even just put some cucumbers or some melon or something and leave that in your water to flavor the water. So there are a lot of ways to drink something that's a little bit sweet without drinking these hugely sugary soda beverages. So
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If your metabolism is fast and if you can digest this sugar, is it still harmful?
Good question. So obviously sugar in itself is not really bad for us. Our brain needs sugar to metabolize, to think, and so we need to consume some sugars and some carbohydrates for our health. But the thing is, if you have a fast metabolism, of course it's okay to have some sugar. You can have some dessert, you can have some fruit, whatever you want that has sugar in it. The problem with soda is that it has way more sugar than our body knows how to handle. And so when we're drinking 1 can of soda with this much sugar in it, our body doesn't really understand how to metabolize that. So what happens is we have this huge surge in energy because all of a sudden our body has so much sugar in it. It's like, hey, let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. And then you have this huge amount of sugar and energy, but your body burns it off really fast, and then you have a crash. And so it affects different people different ways. But my answer to your question is that there are way healthier ways to consume sugar than in soda. And of course it's okay to have a soda sometimes, but people who are drinking Coca-Cola 5 times a day, it's doing a lot of shocks to your body. And so it's not something that you want to subject yourself to, I don't think.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Any other questions about this diagram? I think it's a really interesting diagram. Is anyone surprised by this diagram, or did you guys already know this?
Actually, I didn't know that much. They contain sugar, but when they say 10 teaspoons of sugar, I'm a little bit surprised. It's too much.
Yeah, I agree. Anyone else have thoughts about this?
At second page, we can see what beverages have how much sugar.
Yeah, so the second page lists beverages by brand, which is also really interesting. And you can see that next to them, it's either red, yellow, or green, depending on whether it's bad for you, okay for you, or good for you. So if you have any beverages that you drink often, it might be interesting to look on this diagram and see what category they fall into compared to these other beverages.
We have to drink only with green and yellow color.
Yeah, ideally, yes, and then just only using the red ones as a treat or for a special occasion. I know personally, I occasionally drink Red Bull, the energy drink. If I had a really long day and I still want to go out with my friends in the evening, sometimes I'll drink a Red Bull, but it's pretty bad for you, so I try to not do it unless I have to do it. It's better to drink some coffee in terms of the sugar.
Do you know we have a kind of drink? It's made of yogurt plus water. You got 1/3 yogurt and 2/3 water. You mix it. It's very quick, and it's very popular here. Have you ever tried or heard it?
I have heard of yogurt drinks like that. I have not tried one, but I think that's also a really good alternative to sugary drinks because yogurt is also very good for your body. So that seems like a great idea too.
Yeah, it's kind of, especially in my home, my brothers, I usually, with any kind of meal, we drink it. It's healthy and fast to prepare. It's
Yeah.
good, I think.
Yeah. Okay, anyone else want to share their thoughts about this diagram? Anything you find surprising or interesting?
green is the best choice. This I found interesting in this diagram for me.
Yeah. Yeah, green is the best choice. So it's a good idea to try to drink those things.
In the third column, they mentioned 170 calories as orange juice, and they categorize it as 10 spoon of sugar, while in the previous one, 170 also calories, they classified orange soda as 11 spoon of sugar. So where is
Yeah, so you're asking why is the calories the same when the sugar is different? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously calories can come from a variety of things besides sugar. So there's something about orange soda that means that it has, I guess in orange juice, you're actually using the juice from a fruit. And so I guess like you could have other calories from, I'm not sure what does that. That's a good question. I'll try to look into it for you and let you know. But I'm not sure why they have different amounts of sugar with the same calories. I'm not sure.
Because really right now I'm not convinced that Coca-Cola have 150 calories and 10 spoon of sugar. 10 spoons of sugar for me it's very large amount.
Yeah,
I don't think maybe our metabolism in our body convert something in the Coca-Cola to sugar. So 10 spoons is some kind, not the really amount, but maybe some of them come from the cola itself, as you said.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought, but actually the actual sugar content of Coca-Cola is 10 teaspoons per can. And if you're interested in this, you can look up more of the research, but it is possible to dissolve a lot of sugar in that amount of liquid, and it's true that there actually is that much sugar in the can itself. An example of what you're talking about, though, is alcohol. Alcohol sometimes, alcohol, we convert the alcohol to sugar in our bodies, and that's why alcohol has calories and makes us gain weight. So there definitely are examples of things where your body converts something in it to sugar, and alcohol is a very good example of that. Alcohol itself, vodka certainly does not have sugar in it, but the ethanol in that vodka, our body makes it into sugar. So that definitely happens. Okay, any more questions or thoughts before we move on to another article?
So you mean our body changes the alcohol into sugar, or
Yes.
alcohol makes another type of things more sugar?
The actual molecules, the actual ethanol, when our body breaks it down, we break it down into sugars, and that's just because of the way that this alcohol is structured. I think I think that's how it works. I haven't studied that in a while, but I can get back to you on the exact mechanism of that if you want.
I have another off-topic question.
Okay.
I don't drink alcohol, but when they drink alcohol, like beer, my friends, they say they need to go to bathroom a lot. Why?
Yes.
What makes this?
Oh, good question. Good question. Sorry, guys, I'm going to go off topic for a minute because I think this is interesting. Alcohol is a diuretic. A diuretic is something that makes you have to pee. Coffee is also diuretic because caffeine is a diuretic. So sometimes when people drink coffee, they have to go to the bathroom more often. Alcohol is also a diuretic. It makes you have to pee. It's because basically, so your kidneys are the organ that determines how much you pee and how much you don't. And so alcohol, and I wish I remembered the exact, I used to know how this works and I can't remember now. But basically, it makes your kidneys just decide to get rid of water. And it's the same mechanism that caffeine uses to make you pee more often as well. And that's why you get dehydrated if you have a hangover after drinking. A lot of it is because you're dehydrated, because your alcohol made you pee and get rid of your water when you probably needed it. So again, I can get back to you on the specifics, but it's a very specific thing that happens when you drink alcohol that makes you do that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's move on because we only have 20 minutes left. I want to get to this article for today that I want to read with you guys. So let me know if you come up with any questions about the diagram, but in the meantime, I'm going to give you guys this link. And it's an article about diet soda. We're going to be talking a little bit about diet soda. A lot of times people think that diet soda is a good alternative to regular soda because diet soda has 0 calories a lot of times, or it has less calories. Why does diet soda have no calories in it but still tastes like soda? How does that work?
Because it has no sugar.
Yeah, it has no real sugar in it. What does it have instead of sugar?
Sweetener.
Good, sweeteners. Okay. Diet soda has artificial sweeteners. And these are chemicals that basically, they mimic the structure of sugar. So they seem, our body thinks they're sugar, but they're not really. And so we don't get the calories from those artificial sweeteners. But increasingly we've been discovering that diet soda is still bad for you. Even though it has no sugar, it's still bad for you. And it's still not a good idea to drink it. It's a way better idea just to drink water or seltzer water with fruit or coffee with a little sugar. And so this article is a good explanation about why diet soda is not a good idea. So we're going to read the article together and then we'll talk about it. So please open that link and let's check out this article. Okay. This is an article from a sort of Pop Sugar. It's sort of a female-focused publication about healthy living and weight loss and stuff like that. And so this article is about diet soda. And let's go to the beginning of the article here. Okay, so we're going to start reading the article here where it says pop quiz. Would someone like to read these first couple paragraphs out loud for the class, please?
Yep, I can start.
Yes.
I think, was it Hazem or Ahmad that said?
Yes. Prevention.
Yeah, go ahead. Hazem, go ahead there, and then Ahmad, you can go after.
Bob quiz, what's the single biggest source for Americans? White bread, Big Macs, actually try soda. The average American drinks about 2 cans of the stuff every day. But I drink diet soda. You say, with no calories or sugar, it is a perfect alternative for Weight Watchers, right? Not so fast. Before you pop the top of the caramel colored bubbly, knows this guzzling diet soda comes with its own set of side effects that may harm your health, from kick-starting kidney problems to adding inch to your waistline. Unfortunately, diet soda is more in vogue than ever. Gets consumed the stuff at more than double the rate of last decade. According to research in the American Journal of Clinical
Clinical.
Nutrition among adults, consumption has grown almost 25%. But knowing this side effects of drinking diet soda may help you kick the can for good.
Good, thank you. Okay, so this first part of the article has a lot of really good information. I think this statistic is pretty incredible. What's the single biggest source of calories for Americans? It's soda. So Americans consume more calories in soda than in any other single product. And the average American drinks 2 cans of soda every day. So I think all of us here in this class today drink way less soda than the average American. The average American, so that means in the middle of Americans, we drink 2 cans per day. And like we saw from that diagram, if we're drinking 2 cans with a lot of sugar, we're adding a lot of sugar to our diet that doesn't need to be there. So in some ways, it's no wonder we're having so many problems with obesity, because sugary drinks are a big reason for that. So sugary drinks are a big reason why people gain weight and become obese. So this article is about why diet sodas are also not a good idea. And it says, unfortunately, diet soda is more in vogue than ever. That means it's stylish, it's cool. People want to drink diet soda. And this is kind of gross. Kids are consuming diet soda at double the rate of last decade. So twice as many kids are drinking it, and 25% more adults are drinking it. So a lot of people are drinking diet soda. And we're going to look at why diet soda specifically might cause problems. So there's a section about kidney problems, and there's a section about messing up your metabolism. I want to go straight to the section about obesity because we don't have a lot of time left. So let's read this section first, the one that says obesity. And let's see, Ahmad, would you like to read this section on obesity?
Yeah, I would like it.
All right, cool. So yes, you can start here where it says you read that right.
Okay, you read that right. Diet soda doesn't help you lose weight after all. A University of Texas Health Science Center study found that the more diet soda a person drank, the greater their risk of becoming overweight. Downing just 2 or more cans a day increased waistline by 500%. Why? Artificial sweeteners can disrupt the body's natural ability to regulate calories intake based on the sweetness of food. Suggested an animal study for Purdue University that means people who consume diet foods might be more likely to overweight because your body is being tricked into thinking it's eating sugar, and you crave more.
All right, great, thank you. So I think this section is very helpful in explaining why diet soda doesn't necessarily help us very much. So it says diet soda doesn't help you lose weight after all. And the study actually found that the more diet sodas a person drank, the greater their risk of becoming overweight, which is crazy because we try to drink diet soda so that we don't have the calories. But it turns out that we're actually more likely to become overweight if we drink more diet soda. So why? Why is this? Can someone explain in your own words why does diet soda increase our risk of being overweight?
I think the body will understand this sweetness, artificial sweetness, as a real sugar material that enters our body, and based on this, the metabolism will change in a way that will try to consume more sugar, and this will make us to eat more sugar or something like that. It's like we didn't satisfy by adding one spoon for our cup of tea. We will start to fill that, we need 2 spoons to fill the sweetness that we usually take it in a natural way by 1 spoon.
Good. That's exactly right. So basically, artificial sweeteners make your body think that you're eating sugar, and then you crave sugar. You want it, and you crave more, and that means you're more likely to go buy a donut or a piece of cake or a cookie. You might want more dessert or more real sugary foods. So because of that, you're actually more likely to be overweight if you drink a lot of diet soda. Again, it's okay to drink it sometimes as a special treat, but this is talking about people who drink this every day, and it can be a problem. Does anyone have questions or thoughts about that paragraph?
So sugar is kind of addicting to the body. When
Yes.
you eat sugar, it needs more sugar.
Maybe
Yeah,
the threshold of our feeling is the sweetness that you may start to feel sweetness. Some people just when they eat something have a little amount of sugar, they start to feel that they are it's very sweet. While others may eat it and ask for more sugar. It's kind of threshold, isn't it, Libby?
Yeah, that's true. So sugar consumption changes a lot, and because humans, we need a little bit of sugar, but we don't need that much. And a lot of people eat way more sugar than they need just because they want it and they think they need it. So yeah, definitely. Okay, any other thoughts about this article, this paragraph? All right, if not, I'd like to spend a couple of minutes just talking more generally about soda consumption. Definitely read the rest of this article on your own time if you would like to. I think it's interesting. But what I want to talk about is, okay, so we know that soda's bad, has a lot of sugar. Diet soda's bad because it makes us want more sugar. We know that the best solution is to drink water and maybe a little bit of juice and coffee. But people don't really want to do that. People don't want to give up their soda, and so people are going to keep drinking soda and diet soda, and obesity is going to continue to be a problem. So what do you think is the solution for this? How can we solve this problem with people drinking so much soda? Or more specifically, in your country, do you think that it is a problem, and if so, what do you think should be done about it?
You can change soda with another drink, buy another drink. Of course, there are lots of type of drinks, or we can make different type of soda without artificial sweeteners. So I think this way, body won't want more sugar because it won't trick your body.
Yeah. Okay. Good idea. Anyone else have thoughts? Anyone else want to share their thoughts on soda consumption or you can just tell me about how much soda people drink in your country. I'm curious to hear about whether people drink as much soda in your country as they do in the U.S.
For me, was enough to read this article from what I posted link, and I never drink soda, and I will never drink this soda.
Yeah. So I haven't opened the link yet, but I see that it's about someone who's losing his teeth because of drinking cola. Is that what it's about?
Yes, a boy, a man who have 20 years, who is 20 years old. He do not have teeth.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
8 liters of soda in day, 8 liters.
Yeah.
And it happens now. I see 5 February this new.
Oh wow. Yeah. Jeez. That's crazy. But I mean, it shows us that soda is certainly not a good idea.
It's not healthy, I see.
No.
And it's posted on Daily Mail Co. UK. I think it's a true story. It's not fake something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely true. I guess something I wanted to share is that in the United States, because soda drinking is such a huge contributor to obesity, we've considered taxing soda. And I think this is very interesting. So we tax alcohol, we tax cigarettes. That means every time you buy alcohol or cigarettes, the government is collecting extra money on that. Those products are more expensive because the government is adding a tax to the price and collecting that tax for the government. And so we already tax alcohol and cigarettes, and a lot of people believe that we should also tax soda because soda is bad and it's causing a lot of problems in our country. And so the idea is that if we tax it, it will be more expensive and people will be less likely to buy it. And now people think this is really controversial. People don't really like this idea because, you know, you can buy a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola for like 50 cents. It's really cheap. And
but it's not true because cigarettes and alcohol costs. It's expensive in the United States, but people buy cigarettes.
Yes.
I know cigarettes cost $20 for one, about in different states, but people buy.
Yeah, so that's a great point. Even when you have a tax, people are still going to buy it, and maybe that's bad because then, you know, if low-income people are drinking Coca-Cola, maybe now they'll have even less money because they need, you know, they really want it. I don't know.
They like.
Yeah.
I don't understand that idea. Why, if the alcohol or cigarette or this type of things are well known, they are unhealthy, why let company to produce them?
Good. That's a very good question. That's a whole nother question. But
Why? Excuse me. Why what?
why do we allow companies to produce really harmful things like cigarettes and alcohol?
You don't allow companies to produce drug. It's harmful.
Because
cigarette also harmful. Why do you let them?
Because they are not so harmful like drugs, I think.
Maybe prohibition will have bad effects more than...
Yeah, so this is a very complex topic that we can talk about forever. There's a lot of complexity to prohibiting bad things and stuff like that. But a movie that I recommend that you watch, especially for English practice, is an American movie called Thank You for Smoking.
Yeah, I watched
it. Yeah, it's about like lobbies, like people who try to persuade the government to do something. And it's a very interesting perspective on why big tobacco and alcohol companies are still allowed to produce their products. So, interesting movie. I have to go because I'm teaching another Verbling class in 1 minute. So please join me for that if you would like to. Otherwise, I would love to see you all soon. You guys were all wonderful students. My Facebook page is facebook.com/LibbyVerbling if you want to keep in touch with me there. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Libby. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You are also a very good teacher. Thank you.
Thank you.